You are listening to the On Purpose Podcast. Welcome, everybody, to episode 165 of the On Purpose Podcast. As always, it's an honor and pleasure to be able to show up in your house, your workspace, your car, at the gym, wherever it is you listen, and bring us along with you. We are eternally thankful and humbled to have this place in your life. I got to tell you, though, right now I'm getting ready to record from the Airstream. We've made it all the way back to Wyoming, and it's late May. It'll be early June when you hear this one, and I got to tell you something. It's actually snowing. We spent all winter avoiding the cold and the snow only to have it find us late spring, but all in all, it's good. It'll give us some good moisture. It'll help maybe keep some fires down up here, but we're blessed. I hope early summer is finding you all in a great space, or winter if you're down in the southern hemisphere. And I want to talk to you today about energy exchanges, and not fossil fuels, solar, wind turbine energy, but your energy, our energy. The exchanges that take place when we meet another person for the first time, or we're interacting with that person we've known forever. If you agree that humans, and I think we can all agree that we are made up of matter and we are energy, then I think we can also take inventory of our energy. And much like consumable energy, we know what we're letting out, what we're bringing in, and we can take ownership of that. I want you to think about that, think in your own life, those people you have that, like, when you see them on your calendar or you know you're going to meet with them, you're automatically a little more excited, a little more exuberant to meet them. You put on your best clothes, you got a little lighter step for your day, you're just smiling. What is it about that person that brings that out of you? What is it in you that brings that out of that person? On the flip side, we have those other people in life, maybe even in our family, that you just drains you when you know you got to call them, or you're going to see them at this family gathering or this social event, and they just drain all the energy out of you. How does that happen? How, as humans, can we walk through such a short path in life, such a short journey, and be unaware that our energy is actually draining those around us? Or even take ownership of excluding people that drain us from allowing them to have that energetic effect on us. So I want to talk a little bit about how to manage your energy this week. How to control that space around you. And it sounds kind of goofy here, but I think of it kind of as my force field, right? Like, I have this little bubble around me. What and who I let into that bubble is up to me. So how do I decide who and what comes in? And more importantly, how do I decide what I let out of my bubble? Right? Sometimes we're quick to dismiss a bad mood or a negative encounter as somebody else's fault, when many times it could be ours. So how do I manage my energy? How can you manage your energy? Here's a couple things that I think go a long way. First, practice gratitude and journaling each morning. We've talked about this practice in many different episodes over the course of our 3-year history. It's not a secret. We're not the only ones that know it. Many, many people talk about it. Many, many people know it. But yet we don't execute on it. Take the randomness out of your morning. Don't wake up to the alarm clock and first thing you do is check your email or check social, right? That is allowing external factors to now dictate how do you feel about your morning. right? You jump right on the email, you jump right on social, and you see something bad, or you see something negative, you see a to-do, you see a message from a boss, you see a negative comment on one of your posts. Now all of a sudden, your energy for that morning has shifted. Right now, all of a sudden, your frame of mind is on the negative side, on the things to do. So one of the things I tell you is don't do it. That email will be there 10 minutes later. The social media is going nowhere all damn day. So get up and practice your gratitude. I like to write it down, right? I type because I put everything on my computer because I can never read my handwriting. But I write, what am I thankful for today? Like, to be honest with you, I don't enjoy the snow. I don't enjoy the cold. But as I sit here and record this today, if I stayed in that frame of mind, it'd be a miserable 24 hours because it's snowing and cold all day. On the flip side, I'm grateful today for the snow because it brings much needed moisture. It'll prevent forest fires in the summer. It'll allow us to have a better summer because it's bringing water. I'm grateful for the cold because it will make me appreciate the summer weather that much more. It will make me appreciate being warm even more. Right, so start every morning with a gratitude practice and journaling, just writing that down. And I think it's important whether you type or you handwrite it because now it's a physical action. To just leave things in your mind, they are contextual, right? They're out there, they're thoughts, they're ideas, but they're not real until we can see it. Type it, write it out. Gratitude practice every morning. Second way that I love and that I know to keep my energy positive is to make sure I'm learning and growing. If you think about many of the people that drain you and you look at their lifestyle characteristics, a lot of the times they are stuck where they are. They are in the past. They have reached the apex of their human evolution. They know everything about everything. They're not willing to learn anymore. They are the proverbial old dog that can't learn a new trick. Learning and growing keeps your energy positive. It keeps you young. It keeps you excited. Challenge your beliefs. Think about that for a second. Take maybe a belief you've had your whole life and challenge it. Seek information that goes against what you would naturally think to see if there's room for growth. Learning puts you in a positive space because it opens you up to receive. Learning keeps you humble because it acknowledges you don't have all the answers. The third way you keep positive energy in you and exuding from you is through physical movement. Your body is a vessel for exploration and adventure. It needs to be moved daily. It needs to take you to new places, to see new things. We all know that when we exercise, when we push our body, we release endorphins. We know that while we may not enjoy exercise, we know that afterwards we never feel bad for having done it. You may be sore, but you will have a mood boost. Exercising increases your happiness. It puts you in a positive energy space. So those are 3 things I do every day to allow myself to be the energy I want to attract. And you take ownership of, if I'm looking around at the people that I associate with and they drain me, maybe that's what you're exuding. Maybe that's what you're putting out. You're attracting in the universe the very energy you don't want. So I'll never think it is lucky to have good people around you. I will never believe that you're lucky to have great friends, that you're lucky to have a good coach, that you're lucky to have fantastic boss or coworkers. I don't think luck has anything to do with it. I think it goes back to the fact that relationships are all energetic exchanges, and you're either attracting or repelling. You're either attracting the high vibration, good people you want to be around and repelling those that drain you, or the opposite. You're attracting all the Debbie Doubters, the naysayers, the no-gooders, the I don't believers. And you're repelling all those that would help enhance your life, that would uplift your life. So this week, take inventory of yourself. Go look in the mirror and be honest and ask yourself, do I add value or do I take in these exchanges? Are the people in my circle of 5, those 5 most people I spend all my time with, do I feel good when I leave that circle? Am I uplifted? Am I challenged? Am I wanting to go learn something new, read another book, watch a different show? Am I wanting to grow? Or do I leave those conversations with a quote like, we're solving all the problems, all the world's problems, which means you just sat around and bitched about all the stuff you don't agree with? Do we take ownership of that circle and explicitly seek out people that bring value to our lives? Or is our circle of 5 just whoever's convenient? Team, life is short. We all know this. Life is supposed to be one big adventure, not a destination where you find an answer early in your life and that's the extent of what your growth. So challenge yourself this week to look at your relationships as energy exchanges. Ask yourself the tough questions. Am I bringing value to this exchange or am I draining them? Do I bring a net positive or am I stealing? And if you don't have the right people around you, seek out changes. 3 ways I believe you can do this. Gratitude practice every morning. Forcing yourself to learn and grow each and every day. And moving your body every day as well. Thank you all for joining me this week. I'd love to hear your thoughts, comments. You can even disagree with me. If you got another tip that would benefit our community, please send it to me in the DMs on our social. You can email us, whatever the case may be. We'd love to hear from you. To our Patreons, we want to thank you for making this and every episode possible. We are a listener-funded podcast, and we can only do it with you. So I appreciate you all. Have a great week. Be honest with yourself. Go out there, and let's make sure we are bringing that positive energy to our communities and uplifting those that we're blessed to be around. And remember, team, life is far too short to live any other way than on purpose. We will see you all again next week.